What's up, our beautiful listeners, to another episode of Unlocking Success with myself, Rich Homie Vang, and my co-host, Eric Eclipse.
Top of the morning.
What's up? We're ready for another episode. It's great to be back.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. We'll get into it later, but I went through some disc today. This guy, he got me into disc. Golfing.
It's kind of like heroin.
Dude. Well, it's...
But a more healthier alternative.
Yeah, it's not heroin hero from South Park. You never catch the dragon, people. Just so you know. There's actually more to, like, that hilarious scene than people think, right? It's like... We don't need to get into it, but... Like, do you understand what it really means? Like, heroin hero? Do you get it? Or no?
I may need to rewatch the episode. But
Well, it's like
the dragon was never real.
Well, the dragon is whatever you want it
Yeah.
to be. And the easiest one to acclimate to is greatness. People, I want to be the best. Well, you're never the best because there's always someone coming up behind you. And you never chase it. Or you never get it. You never get the dragon, people. So don't be heroin hero, guy. Just
keep injecting.
walking around the forest injecting himself. Oh, man. But, yeah, disc golf's good. It's just something fresh. Like, as you know, I've always loved golf. I've been playing regular golf for 6 years, which obviously not as long as some other people, but it's cool to get the different perspective, like the new golf, basically, and it's fun because you can take a lot of the same principles that you learn from regular golf and apply it to disc golf. They're just slightly different. It's just it's a lot easier to get into as well because it's not nearly as fucking expensive.
Yeah, and I mean, anybody can throw a fucking frisbee.
Yeah, not everyone can hit a golf ball. Like, that shit... You know, like, I'm not even that good, and it's taken me a long-ass time to be able to hit. I mean, you've played with me a couple times. Like, you see, I hit some pretty solid shots as far as ball flight. That takes a long time to be able to properly hit a golf ball. And, like, not that I hit like a pro does. That's a lifetime of work, basically. But, yeah. Like, I've hit so many golf shots to the point where it's like, I've seen those super satisfying ones. I'm just getting there with disc golf. Like, today I threw one. It was my destroyer, and its flight. I was like, that's a good drive right there. Starting to see glimpses of what it really looks like.
Yeah. You see it, and then you remember the feeling. You're like, all right, I just gotta keep doing that.
Yeah, and like when you hit a perfect golf shot, you actually don't feel anything because the contact is so seamless. And all you do is you see that ball goes. It's the same flight as a disc. You just see that little golf ball just flying straight up in the fucking air. Actually, one of the most satisfying fucking golf shots to hit is a... Shit, now I can't remember. Stinger. Tiger Woods is the man when it comes to that. Hit those. Basically just a nose down shot. Just... And, like, they're so satisfying to watch. It's like, how the fuck... Those are... I can't really do those yet. I've seen, like, at Augusta National, pros, like, will just go to 16 on that course, and that's that's the par 3 with water there, and they'll fucking skip
it.
One guy actually got a hole in one doing that.
Savage.
Yeah, skipped it, went up on the hill there, ran the hole.
Savage.
I don't know how you do that.
Same thing as when, we'll say for disc golf, people that throw their driver fast, because you throw your driver fast and you hit the ground at a certain angle, it will skip. Yeah, they'll drive, throw it hard, it'll skip off the ground, turn straight into the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Ace. Yeah. Skip ace.
And, like, what's cool about disc golf is it's like, what I was talking to you about the other day. It was like when we were playing competitive Call of Duty as a passion. It's at that stage where it's ready to blow up, man. Like, you were telling me you see people like Paul Macbeth getting $10 million contracts to be the staple of basically an industry. I mean, 10, that's a lot, but that's nothing to where it can go. I mean, you see Tiger Woods, we'll use him again. Man, that dude's net worth, I think it's $600 million. I mean, just wait till disc golf continues to expand and whatnot and continue to get bigger. And at the end of the day, man, it's just fun. It's fun. It's easy to get into. And if you actually really like it, I think in the near future there will be a lot of rewards to reap if you embed yourself within that.
Yeah. Just to take it back to like us playing video games in our teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the opportunity to go pro in a way, I mean, was there, but it was a lot of loops and
it's very unclear.
Yeah, loops and things you had to go through to even, obtain the opportunity. But we'll say with a couple years back, and then I think what was it? That first really big Fortnite tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And first prize was $1 million.
3, I think.
Okay, over $1 million.
Yeah.
And I mean, opportunity for anybody to be a pro in video games. It's wide open now.
It's easy now, exactly. I mean, you see, like, with the games that fucking stupid-ass Activision runs, those games are franchised now, like with Overwatch League and Call of Duty League. So they're franchised now, they have big sponsors, and they represent a city, like a traditional sports league. Like, that's insane to think about where it's became, or what it's become from where we started. Like, Black Ops 2, we'll use that as an example. Like, I remember watching COD Champs. That was the coolest shit ever, man. Like, it was the first tournament that they put on that showed, like, what it could become. It was $1 million tournament from a ton of people, cool-ass venue and all that shit. And, I mean, Call of Duty sucks nowadays, in my opinion, but what I won't discredit is how far it's come as far as a profession.
Yeah, like, if say when we were teenagers and we were to say, "Oh, I want to become a professional video game player," people would have been like, "Keep dreaming." But in today's age, people would say, "Go for it," because the opportunity is right there.
Just like disc golf, let's go.
Yeah,
Man.
same with disc golf.
Yeah.
I mean, your OG pros back in the 90s throwing that. Respected those OGs.
Yeah.
Respected those pioneers.
It's
where we are now. I mean, it's great. I fucking love it.
What I think about?
I love it.
Is fucking the OGs of golf too, hitting wooden clubs and shit like that. That's what I mean too. Is golf's been around since the early 1900s? Disc golf's been around since the 70s, right? Roughly.
I think so. I want to say at least.
I think that's when discraft was invented, in 74 or some shit. So, in reality, golf's got 50 years ahead of it, you could say. By the time we're like, shit, maybe a couple of years, I don't fucking know. Because, I mean, based off what I'm seeing, in like kind of supply shortages, like the demand is through the roof. Like, I've been saying, wait till we get that Supreme collab with some sort of disc golf brand, then it's going to fucking take off.
Yeah.
That shit would take off.
Oof. Yeah.
Unless I get 2 of whatever, I'm not throwing it.
I'll buy one for retail, and then I'll buy another one for resale, and I'll throw one of them. But the other one, I'm keeping it in prime condition just to look at. Because, I mean, that's the thing with disc. I know we were saying is there's a ton of super sick stamps, like limited edition stamps and decals that those discs have, to where they'll sell out immediately, and the resale would already be 2x. And I mean, nice. if you want to flip, you can flip them, but it's just like art. It's just like art.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, man. That's what it feels like, or art. It's like, as much as it is a sport, it's a collection. Which is cool. I like that a lot. Last thing, and then we can get into our actual topic today. This was part of the topic, in which we'll probably segue back into.
We'll come back to it.
If it could either be a brand or a specific disc. If Supreme were to do a collab, what would it be? What would you want it to be? Or just like some big collaborative with one of these industries.
Yeah, I would say Supreme X any of the like disc golf companies.
Any of them?
Like
Discraft?
I would say any. Like if it to me, I would probably want it more to be either a Discraft or a Innova collab. But say if it was a Latitude 64, a Dynamic Disc, MVP, any of those, I'm still buying it. Because that'd be sick. That'd be so awesome.
You've heard me say it. Just imagine, because it's already the most popular disc on the market, right? The Luna. Is that pretty much fair to say? One of them?
To me, I would say it's the Lunas. Yeah, I think there was this video I watched that was saying top 10 most overrated disc. I think number 1 is the Luna.
Hey man, when I've thrown it, that thing
it.
is money.
Yeah,
and I'm a noob.
People say it's overrated, it's overhyped.
I mean,
supply and demand. You can put that part, but it's a nice fucking disc. It's a great putter, but even then, you don't have to. It's great for layups. You can drive with do whatever. It's a great disc.
I would say if they did a Supreme Paul Macbeth, like his discs, you know?
Yeah, like
the Paul Macbeth series.
Yeah, like Supreme Paul Macbeth Tour series.
Dude, holy shit. That would be nuts.
Sold out.
And it was as simple as you could even keep the same fucking decals, the basic decals for all of them. Just put a box logo on there, maybe make them white or something like that. Damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that would be
because I mean, there's you can just have the same mold.
Shit, you could even keep them the exact same. Just put the box logo on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would sell.
Yeah, like it just be a simple Luna mold, and then the decal is just the box logo.
Yeah,
and
even if
that'd be it.
You know, I wouldn't even be surprised if they did that and they just put the box logo up top and all the other info on the bottom, on the other side. That's what I would say. If like, that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
That'd be too sick. Yeah, a lot of people, they would buy that shit just to resell.
And then, why not?
Yeah,
You'll probably make some fucking money.
Why not? There's people out there that's gonna be looking for it.
Yeah.
And us too.
Yeah, me fucking too.
Us too
are
a part of it.
I would want that so
are
bad.
A part of it.
Because, like I said, I've only thrown it a few times, but that thing was money. That thing was money. It's easy to throw. It's not... The only reason it's overhyped is probably because those people saying it's overhyped is because they can't get one.
I mean, it's true. They can't get one.
Maybe they can't get one, or two, it's just so popular that they don't like it because it's popular. Because why would it not be good?
Yeah.
I mean, would you say... Is it fair to say he's the best tour player?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, there are OG people who have, like, more world's titles and such. But, you know, it's the same thing as with NBA players to a certain extent nowadays. Or athletes nowadays compared to the past. They're just getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Better and better. I don't know what it is. It could be something they're putting in the water. It could be the Wheaties they're eating. Whatever. But everyone is getting better. And at this level of competition, Paul Macbeth, if you're listening, shout out to you. Because you are the GOAT. But yeah, James Conrad making that super fucking sick.
See, that's another thing, man.
Sick birdie save.
It's so new that, like, that's the biggest, the best shot ever now. You know, think about how many more are to come, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, you look at golf and, like, how many iconic shots or iconic moments have happened in that. Disc golf is just that flower outside, you know? It's just way in the bloom.
Just starting. Because, I mean, I think there's only 2 albatrosses that ever happened.
For real? Yeah,
in disc golf so far.
I think...
Then you have, you know, that James Conrad moment. Instantly goated. Like, we'll see. Well,
even if he wouldn't have won, it doesn't matter.
Even if he would have lost, he's still forced to play off. But he fucking won.
And then it makes it
that's
better.
even better.
I think I was talking to Daniel about it. I think what would be a monumental thing for it is sure, like I said, you have the big contract for Paul. But to get some sort of real big outside investment into it. Whether it's like, here, this would be nuts. Disc golf tournaments being held on the same place as PGA. Like, if they put a disc golf course, it wouldn't happen. I shouldn't say it wouldn't. It could happen. Very unlikely. I mean, it's the most popular golf course in the world, Augusta National. Imagine if they put a fucking disc golf tournament there. That would be huge.
That'd be huge.
Because, I mean, that's the biggest tournament in the world.
That would...
And I don't even know how you go to that. I honestly have no idea.
Man, yeah, disc golf tournament.
Even if
it'd be a great fucking crowd.
Dude, that'd be nuts. I'm telling you.
Crazy
like,
crowd.
Not even that course, but just one of the staple PGA courses. Like at Pebble Beach out west, you know, or something like that. I think that will be a monumental change. Because the Las Vegas Challenge where that's played at, that shares... that's on the golf course, too. It should... the golf course's website, it's like golf, disc golf. And the more and more places that do that, the bigger and bigger it's going to get, I think. But we'll come back to this topic then.
All right. Transition. The first topic, main topic we will be discussing is about the U.S. education system and essentially how it failed us, you, and pretty much everyone.
Mm-hmm.
We will be discussing and going through a video titled "How Common Core Broke U.S. Schools." This video was published by CNBC on YouTube. So, what is it? Fair use? Fair use? Is that what it's called?
Fair use.
Fair use.
You can use it. We just have to comment over it.
Oh, okay. We'll pull up on the computer.
Oh, I was gonna say you could just put your phone in there if you want, or you can.
Cool.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, I got this advertisement. Nice.
Shout out ads.
Thank you, ads. Fair use.
How would you solve this equation? For most of us, it's as simple as following a series of familiar steps to get us to that answer.
We'll throw the
Now,
link to this video in the
remember
description as well.
This is how students under Common Core were taught
Yeah, what the
to
fuck is
solve
that?
the exact same
What the fuck is
question.
that?
First adopted in 2009, Common Core was an ambitious initiative to revolutionize the American education system. 41 states.
All right, I know we're right in the beginning, but
What?
they showed us a simple subtraction, or I wouldn't say it's simple subtraction problem. It is it's a 3-digit number minus another 3-digit number. So we'll say at least for Eric and I to solve the equation, we'd put the one number on top, the other one on the bottom, you know, the big line under it, and we would work from one column all the way over.
Yeah.
If it's if it was 4 minus 5, you know, you have to take one over, take a 10 over from the other one, put it there, make it now 14 minus 5. But yeah, in the video, I guess there's a new method that they're teaching kids to solve math problems.
Dude, looking at that, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Like that. And
what the fuck is that?
I remember, I think someone, whose homework did I see? I can't remember what grade it was, but it was somewhere in our area. I saw their math homework, and they were doing something with variables. It's like, you know, imaginary numbers, essentially, or like variables that like, was it 3x plus b equals something. You know, you have to get the variable alone by getting on one side. Apparently, rather than doing the traditional way that we were taught, getting the letter alone, a variable now is like a block, like a physical block, and then all these other numbers were blocks as well. So it's really it's confusing because it's hard to visualize because you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But to kids who are learning this stuff, they're like, oh, it's so simple. You just got to do this. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, the more and more I think about it, like even just watching this probably 15 seconds worth, my brain already hurts from looking at this stupid shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's more to come.
The District of Columbia and 4 territories signed up to participate. National leaders from Bill Gates to President Obama supported the idea
Fuck
of
these
the
two
Common
big pieces
Curriculum,
of shit.
and it cost an estimated $15.8 billion to implement.
They thought standards were just too low in the U.S. and that we could have kids learn more in school if we raise standards. Quite frankly, they didn't really trust the schools to do this on their own.
One of the most challenging aspects was we understood our curriculum, and we were basically thrown a curveball into what it was and had to really adopt new practices.
But a couple of years after its launch, it was met with confusion and ridicule.
Some of the math items that were mocked, I think, deserved to be mocked, frankly. They were just very poor items.
People deserve to know the truth, but it wasn't the truth. I was 15 in 1977, and I'll be 30 next week. I don't think that math checks out. I don't get math. I went to school in the 2000s, and we were taught Common Core.
All of a sudden, parents were having to help their kids with math homework
that's funny.
that they couldn't quite grasp because they hadn't been taught math that way.
So, how can the U.S. fix our lagging school system? Can a common curriculum work?
Yeah, man, it can work. They just don't want it to work. Like, all right. So I go on a big rant about this. I'm not going to, but the simplest way of I'll probably try and put this as simply as I can. First off, the country doesn't want its kids to actually get smart. 2, teachers. If you want to be a teacher, you actually should want to be a teacher, not a means of living. Think about it. Is there any teacher that you and I had that was actually a good teacher? Right? Like, would sit there and actually teach you how to do something, right? Like how you help me and you teach me. No one teaches anymore. No one genuinely wants to be a teacher. Because if you're going to be a teacher, you have to be willing to deal with whatever, right? And that's the problem with the school system nowadays. Is I can't even imagine what it's like at other places. But as far as our school, a lot of those teachers didn't want to be teachers. They don't practice what they preach. And that's a huge problem. Because being a teacher is a massive responsibility. And honestly, it should be an honor. Like, damn, I get to teach you my ways of thinking, right? Like, some of the most acclaimed teachers. Martial arts teachers. I mean, you look at some of those teachers, they are not just people that do that just to get fucking money. That is their lifestyle. They love it. And a lot of these teachers that you see nowadays, they don't fucking teach.
Paycheck, man.
They don't live that life that they're there to teach. Like, we'll say, it's hard to, sure, but like a math teacher, like, do you think they actually go and use that shit outside of the curriculum that they're forced to teach? Fuck to the no. It's not like they're scientists or engineers or some shit like that. So that's, my opinion, those are the two biggest things. One, if the U.S. actually wanted to make their population smart, they fucking could. And then 2, it's the teachers. I mean, like, if you're learning something, and it's really enjoyable, and it's coming from someone who really enjoys teaching, do you think you're actually going to like it? Probably, right? Like, if the teacher is actually a good teacher, then you're going to enjoy what you're learning. So make these kids actually enjoy what the fuck they're learning. But, once again, that would be the U.S. actually wanting their kids to learn things. Because, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I mean, the part I was going to say was just at least, for me, when I went to college and I took astronomy, my teacher was an astrophysicist. He's in the fucking shit. Mm-hmm. So what he taught was what he knows and what he lives and breathes. Mm-hmm. You know, some of these other teachers, yes, they are whatever, but I mean, essentially someone is telling them what they have to teach. And they're like, all right, well, I'm going to put it through my means.
Yep, exactly. My opinion, those are the 2 biggest issues. It's sad. I mean, it's also, they don't want, like, the government doesn't really want the population to figure it out, you know? That'd be a problem. I mean, the school system is prison. Right?
Yeah.
Think about it. It's fucking prison. You have no choice in there. And if all of a sudden you change the school education system for the betterment of the population, then it wouldn't work like that anymore.
Yeah, we've already said it. I mean, we're already touching on a bunch of talking points, and we're not having 2 minutes into the video.
Nice.
But
I love it.
Yeah, one thing I put there was like America equals freedom, ? Just because, at least in the school system, you might be able to pick your classes, what you're going to take, what you want to take, but there's people controlling which classes are available for you to even take.
Mm-hmm.
And you were saying if they wanted to teach good curriculum and life, there are things you're able to use in your real life. They could.
Nothing's stopping.
But why would they?
Why would they? Exactly.
It's like it is like a little person. We've said it time and time again. Pink Floyd, The Wall. They just want to pump out good little slaves.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you like Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. That's real, man. I mean, the teachers are just fucking security. They're wardens, right? I mean, and the kids are at a prison. That's it.
And then we already talked about it. It's like we have fake versus real teachers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, real teachers are people that teach you things that they do on a daily basis. Like, someone teaching you accounting that has, someone teaching you about accounting that is an accountant, or that is an accountant, rather than someone who has an accounting degree.
Yeah.
There's two different things.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, me personally, I would never try to teach someone on how to be a skier. I've never skied in my fucking life, so why would I try? Even if I learned through text or whatever how to be a fundamental good skier, I still wouldn't teach it. Why? I'm not a skier. And that's the thing we're trying to hammer home. These people aren't actually living by that lifestyle. They're just reading the information on how to do the job. Right? Like you said, you're an astronomy teacher. You wouldn't think the same way about him if he wasn't actually living and breathing astronomy.
Yeah. If he wasn't an astrophysicist, I'd be like, I don't know what you're telling me,
Why should I fucking listen to you? You don't actually, it's cool, you paid money to learn something. That's all college is. Right? Oh, congratulations, you're a doctor. Well, guess what? You just paid a bunch of money to be ignorant, so congratulations, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Just like, you need to find people who practice what they preach. It's like personal trainers who are fat as fuck. Doesn't work. Like, why would you take information from them?
Man, that's another one, man. You can listen to these fucking health officials telling you get the fucking vaccine when they look like fucking Jabba the goddamn Hutt.
They look like death.
Yeah.
They look like death.
Bro, exactly. And then you have people fucking like Joe Rogan, who is a very avid health enthusiast, you could say. Has talked to a lot of people telling you, hey, it should be your choice. You're going to listen to just some fat fuck that's just doing what they're told to do. You're going to listen to someone that's actually lived the lifestyle of a healthy person and is enforcing you just make your own goddamn choice. Why do people go to the left? Why do you pick the fat fuck? Think about it. You're going to listen to some fat motherfucker on how to get healthy? No! Why would you do that? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's like you can listen to someone who has these degrees in health and stuff versus an actual healthy person.
Exactly.
Living a healthy lifestyle.
You don't need to go to college to understand something. You just use the fucking internet and figure it out. But all right, back to the video.
Damn,
I love ranting about how stupid people are.
All right, go back to the video. The question asked is, the Common Core, did it work?
Doesn't seem like it.
The Common Core is a set of standards specifically designed to better prepare American students for success in college and their workplace.
Right.
Be a good slave.
Standards determine what a student should know and be able to do in language arts and math from kindergarten through senior year of high school.
When you should know algebra, should it be 8th grade, should it be 9th grade, should you be capable of doing algebra 1 or algebra 2? You know, when would it be appropriate to move into calculus, things of that nature?
It's important to have a standard because you have to have a clear vision or goal of where you are going and what it is that you expect for your students. I think that if you go in without any expectations for your students, they themselves are going to be unclear, right? What it is that they are showing up to school every single day to achieve.
Besides setting these benchmarks, Common Core also brought changes to how students were taught.
There definitely was a shift, especially in just your thought and thinking about how you approach lesson plans and how you are going to make sure that you are disseminating the information in a way to your students that they can receive it.
Do you know the Pythagorean theorem, right? Like,
Yeah,
A squared plus
I
B
do.
squared equals C squared.
So
You
what? What do I
probably
use?
Yeah, what do I use
the
this for?
fuck do I-
No use.
That's what I was gonna say. You see these people, this dumbass who looks like he hates himself, talking about algebra 1 or algebra. Why? Instead of saying when, why? Why should you learn algebra 2? There's no reason to learn it other than to continue to force kids to do what they're told. What the? I've never used algebra 2, algebra 1, calculus, statistics, never once in my goddamn fucking life, other than when I was being forced to take it. Am I crazy here?
You are not crazy here. Like I said, the only time you're going to be really using this stuff is if you go into a career that uses this stuff.
Yes.
But even then, we'll say going to college to learn the quote-unquote required curriculum to be able to acquire said job, you don't use 90% of that shit.
No.
You can ask anyone who graduated and is in that field of work they went to school for. Ask them, how much of the information you learned are you using? It's probably less than 10%.
You know, man, you and I in Revan are superiorly smarter than your average person. But we're not smarter because we know algebra fucking 2. We're smarter because we actually understand how things work. And we understand, yeah, that sheriff's going fast as fuck. We understand that this shit is fucking worthless. This is fucking worthless. That's what I want to know. Is I would never get the opportunity nor would I get an actual answer. Walk up to the Department of Education, be like, why are you teaching kids this? Give me an answer as to what the actual reason for teaching this is. You know what their answer be? Probably nothing. It'd probably just be something along the lines of, oh, I can't disclose that.
Or they're just going to try to beat around the bush. Like, it's for the betterment of the future.
Okay.
something vague.
Yeah,
like
something
that,
retarded
yeah,
like that.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sounds good.
And at that moment, be like, all right, this is what I assumed. I'm just going to fucking leave. Right? All right, back to it. Pythagorean theorem.
It was more about if you have that knowledge, if you understand what it is, where do you use that? How do you apply it?
On the language
You don't.
arts
You
side,
don't apply it.
Much more of a focus on.
You know, one of
moving
the
a
few
little
good
bit.
ones, man, is fucking English. Because learning how to, obviously, read. And actually, writing, I suck at writing. But there's no good writers anymore. Let's just be honest. When I think of books, do you, like, there's no books that come out nowadays that, like, are like, damn, this writing and this is beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Like, you look at a writing style of, like, you know, Frank Herbert. And you look at a writing style like someone nowadays. Nowadays, all the writing and shit that comes out, it's just all public. It's all PC bullshit.
It's all PC'd out, ghostwriters and people who have the money to pay said ghostwriters and publishing company and stuff. They just slap their name on it. Like, we don't know if people are actually writing their own shit or not.
I doubt it. It's I feel like, first of all, language it's for stupid people in reality. It's hard to explain what I mean by that, but language is getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber every fucking year. Like, you look at old language, sophisticated. We can't even read it because we don't have the comprehension to understand what that shit means.
Yeah.
You look at nowadays, like, everything's just abbreviated. U2 or TTYL. Like, no one actually uses language anymore.
WYD. What are you doing?
What are you doing tonight, honey?
Yeah. What are you doing?
But you get what I mean.
You up?
Like, that's actually learning something. It's like language like that.
Yeah, because I mean, we'll say, at least for like English, when we were going through Shakespeare and that old Shakespearean language, it's hard to fucking understand, but it's so beautiful. I'll say it's beautiful.
Did you know
it's
Shakespeare can't read or write?
Oh.
Do you know about that?
I don't.
No, yeah. It's in The Biggest Secret. If you ever read that, you'll get to it.
Damn, so
but Shakespeare is just fucking phony. It was a guy named Francis Bacon that did everything. Seriously.
Ghostwriters.
Fucking Shakespeare couldn't even sign his own name. But he was just used as a person to progress an agenda.
Front man.
Fun fact, everyone. William Shakespeare is a fucking moron. Like, once again, that dude could not read or write. Like, it was something about when he died. Like, the signature from this and that were not even close to being the fucking same. It's because he never actually signed it. So, alright, we continue.
Away from fiction to much more focus on the critical thinking using real life documents like studying Hamilton papers or
That's
something
be great.
like that to really understand what was going on at that time of the revolution.
There were two main reasons why the initiative received so much support in its early years. The first was fear that America was lagging behind other countries in academic performance.
I kind of remember this. Remember that when they were talking about test scores and stuff, and how we were ranking so low and such. I can't remember exactly when, but I do remember something in the past they were talking about this. Like, we'll say compared to other countries, and then we'll say compared to other schools in our district, our state, and such and so forth.
Yeah, and they're right. The education system was bad. But guess what? You made it worse. It's worse now than it was.
In 2009, the U.S. showed middling performance in reading and science and scored below average in mathematics, compared to the average score among OECD countries.
The idea was, we're going to hold schools responsible for teaching to a higher level and then test kids to see whether or not they've attained that higher level.
The second reason was that the Common Core
You can
allowed
just follow an agenda?
states to
Like, I don't get it.
accurately compare their academic performances by having a uniform standard for education.
And while one state might now say, we're doing a great job of achieving our standards, but these standards are very low, and another state is saying, we're not doing as well as we'd like to be doing in achieving our standards, but they're very high, this makes for a confusing conversation.
With these intentions in mind, two nonprofit groups, the Council of Chief State School Officers and the National Governors Association, developed the standards. Achieve, a nonprofit education...
Conceive, believe, achieve, man. Luke Rockwell's on something.
He's on something.
Education Association and the American Federation of Teachers joined in to help the process.
So when they got together in 2009, what they did first is they had a
I think those companies actually did any good.
understanding that they had
Those
states sign
nonprofits.
on to, and it basically said, okay, we're going to go write these standards.
Listen
you
to this
don't have
guy.
to accept them now, but can you at least say you'll be interested?
Yeah, because they're the ones controlling everything. It's like, we're going to make these standards
to meet your needs. And
Oh, no, if you want to finish.
oh, okay. Well, this guy was saying, it's just like, those three companies that came together, they were saying, we're going to come out with this, standard core curriculum that everyone should be learning. You don't have to be on board with it, but at least if you, sign your name here, it'll give you the opportunity to look at it in a way. I think that if I paraphrase that correctly from what this guy was saying, but I mean, I don't know who's controlling these people.
Yeah.
But these people are at least controlling what is being.
Honestly, all I had to hear was nonprofit, and I was like, this is bullshit. Just money laundering is what that shit is. I watched a Jake Tran video the other day talking about that.
About charities.
No comment. No comment, man.
Smart. It's smart.
To help the process.
No comment.
When they got together in 2009, what they did first is they had a memorandum of understanding that they had states sign on to, and it basically said, okay, we're going to go write these standards. You don't have to accept them now, but can you at least say you'll be interested in looking at them and might accept them down the road if you find them to meet your needs. And over 45 states signed on to that memorandum of understanding.
We made sure that we were having K-12 teachers talk to freshmen, sophomore professors to make sure we knew what post-secondary was expecting and making sure we built on those expectations from K through 12.
Since Common Core was a state-led initiative, the federal government did not play a major role in developing the standards. However,
expectations
from K through 12.
That sounds dumb.
since Common Core was a
What is that?
All right, so new math.
Okay.
32 minus 12. So you got to go 12 minus 3 is 15. What? 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30.
Wait, that's wrong.
20, 30 plus...
What the fuck? 12 minus 3 equals 15? How does that make sense?
What? 12 minus 3 equals 15.
Did you forget a plus? Did we just debunk the video right there?
Maybe, okay, if it's a plus, we'll say it's plus, okay.
That makes sense.
Plus is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 30. 30 plus 2 is 32. And then you have 3 plus 5 plus 10 plus 2 equals 20. Which is correct. 32 minus 12 is 20. But why would you go through the long process to solve that?
You know, I got an idea how to count it. You want to do 32 minus 12? Alright, how many numbers are in between that? You just use your fucking hands and figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. You get 20. You know what? Here's another way to do it. All right, so you got 2s in each one. Get rid of the 2. That put a 0 there, and then you get rid of 10. There's 20.
Yeah, that was exactly what we were explaining right in the beginning of this video.
That's how you do math, man. It's not hard. Like, what the fuck is this? This is so much more elaborate than math needs to be, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
And look, this kid, he's got his head down, as if he's got the wrong answer, but that's the right answer. It's just the time it took him too long. That's only one problem.
There's actually more to that than you think. The kid's having his head down. It's like shame, man. Something like that.
the federal government did not play a major role in developing the standards. However, it did play a role in promoting them. The Obama administration's Race to the Top fund
Listen to
offered
this. Listen to this.
$4.35 billion in grants for states agreeing to adopt.
$4.35 billion in grants to states.
Who's the ARRA?
American Recovery and
Reinvention, probably?
College and career-ready standards.
We will end what has become a race to the bottom in our schools and instead spur a race to the top by encouraging better standards and assessments. Now, this is an area where we are being outpaced by other nations. It's not that their kids are any smarter than ours. It's that they are being smarter about how to educate their children.
In fact, we were hitting bottom.
We'll say we'll go back to when he made that speech. It probably sounds so fucking good.
That's what I was just thinking about too. Obama, one of the worst fucking presidents in history, but the best at catching people's eyes because he's such a good speaker. Like he made, I'm like Sleepy Joe, just stare at the fucking camera. He's addressing who's in front of him. He's a great speaker. I will give him that. Good job, Barry Soetoro. But yeah, that video didn't age well whatsoever. Yeah.
This guy who the video explained even more. How we were saying it's a great he's a great speaker, and everything is all tied in so perfectly. Mm-hmm. It tied in so perfectly, especially from them, being able to give money to states. I think who adopted the curriculum and such. I'll just let the video continue, and then I'll pause another spot.
2009, 2010, in the Great Recession. And so states were desperate for money. The Obama administration put together a recovery package for the states, but one of the requirements was they had to have adopted college and career readiness standards, which is a code word for Common seen as Obama administration support for Common Core, and that's not an unfair accusation.
Dude, that's some evil shit. Oh, you guys are so desperate, right? Well, guess what? You're gonna have to. You have to adopt our new method of teaching if you want to basically get our help. You have to cooperate with our agenda, or else you don't get any money. That's some fucked up shit. But you still believe that the government likes you. Think about that. Think about that. Come on.
That's some fucking demonic shit, man.
That is fucked up.
You know, what he was saying was just like, yeah, you had a 08-09 recession. States need money. And then,
people need help.
Yeah, and the government's just like, we'll give you money.
But you have
to. You have to adopt this new program.
You know what?
Why would you not take it? It's the same thing as what we were saying. I mean, this is probably off air, but I mean with
cerveza sickness.
Yeah. Let's say cerveza bug. It's probably going to turn out, or I think we've already seen it in the plans. Essentially, there's going to be two worlds.
Yeah.
Those who have it and those who don't. Those who don't have it will receive no benefits, versus those who do have it will receive all benefits.
But they really won't receive any benefits because they have to literally enslave themselves.
Yes.
Like I said, after I finish Children of Dune, I have to read 1984 so I can actually talk to you guys about this shit. But that's one of the things that you guys said, right? It's like, freedom is actually slavery.
Yeah, and I also have another point right here.
One thing, real quick. What sickens me is, you know what this is dealing with too? Fucking children.
Yeah.
We're talking about children. What's wrong with you people?
Yeah,
this is evil.
We've said it last episode.
I mean, this is fucking you and me too.
Yeah, it's just like until you turn 18, you're not really you have any free will in a way. You're letting everyone else control it.
And even then, depending on what you do, you still probably don't.
Yeah. But. What was I going to say? At least for this, and maybe in connection with 1984, and also with what's happening right now, with cerveza bug, it's like we're giving up personal freedom. Damn, how did this get deleted? How did this get deleted from my notes? Apple must be censoring my notes.
What do you mean?
Because I don't think I deleted this. I wrote it down. Oh, I wrote this down. Okay, this is it's for a different topic. It was for a different topic.
But it just seems to fit.
Yeah, but it seems to fit. Shit, I think it's probably better for the other topic.
Okay.
Because I was going to talk about Spectre.
Okay.
And how that, but I guess it kind of comes here. But here is, yeah, you put people in a position where they have to take the ladder, even if it's not the best decision, and they have to take it. That's some demonic shit.
Your only way out is up the ladder. You're in a burning house, but you have to take that route. That's fucked up. Basically, it's like, all right, your choice.
Yeah, you're right. You're in a burning house.
You can either die.
The ladder is your escape, but each step is a razor blade. Mm-hmm. So you'll probably die.
But instead of standing there, thinking about their situation, and looking around them, they act out of fear, go up the ladder. Because, come on, there's got to be some other way out. Or it's like, I'd rather die. That's how I feel. I'd rather die than climb that ladder. Because, I'm not giving that shit up.
Yeah, we're burning. We're burning.
Fuck, I was going to say something too. Got nothing.
That's all right.
We continue.
Continue the video. Demonic shit.
This is fucked up. Yeah.
Minimal resistance. It seemed as though Common Core would be a guaranteed
When's this video
success.
from?
We had a meeting in 2010
when? I
to
think it was like
have
2 years
all
ago.
the
I
entities
just see him
sign
wearing
off
masks, so
on the
it's gotta
adoption
be
of
frequent.
We had
Maybe it's frequent.
unanimous across but
2
because
months ago?
so many Kentucky teachers have been
Oh,
involved
August
in
5th.
giving feedback and writing the standards.
But a couple of years later,
Months ago.
things took a turn as the efficacy of the new standard came into question. It also didn't
Why
help
have I
that the
never heard
Common Core
about this?
became the subject of ridicule.
Because
Parents
we,
and the media
why
unfamiliar.
haven't we heard of this? We got a pervasive bug. We got
Recession.
Afghanistan.
We had fucking Trump when he was about to go to war. Fucking LGBTQ ZWXY BW.
2 months ago.
BLM.
Yeah, BLM.
But it's not even
defund
like the
police.
2 months ago aspect. I've never heard of Common Core. Never once. Why? Because it's a fucking failure, but they don't want people to know about this shit. Which is weird that NBC is putting out it.
Concepts taught under the new standard.
A lot of parents were getting homework that came home that they just didn't understand. They thought it was bizarre.
I went through Common
This guy's
Core
pretty
with my
legit.
kids,
Yeah.
and
Seems
I
okay.
remember looking at my daughter and going, I'm not entirely clear what you're doing, so I'm just going to show you long division the way I know it.
It wasn't until a decade later that federally funded research was conducted to find out what the impact of Common Core had on students' performance over time.
Put air
The
quotes
results
around
were
that.
Disappointing.
The studies range from tiny negative effects to tiny positive effects and a lot of neutral effects in the middle. So the one thing we'd be pretty certain of is that Common Core did not have a dramatic impact on
Didn't do shit.
achievement in the United
But
States.
it did everything.
Yeah,
But it did everything.
Did everything else. Did everything else they wanted to.
See, once again, with government, government things. What they say they wanted to, it's the inverse of that. They say they want to make kids smarter. Well, they didn't do that. It did everything else that they told you that they didn't tell you it was going to do. That's the key.
Yeah, and we had this war on drugs. Drugs is fucking winning.
Oh, drugs been winning since
Drugs been winning.
since it got fucking birthed, man. There's the war on information. I mean, the list goes on and on. Instead of, you know what they should need to be teaching fucking schools? Like this fucking show here. Anthony Papadano, George Gammon, the list, Keith McCullough. Those are people actually teaching you. And like teaching you valuable information. Not fucking Algebra 2 bullshit, man. Fuck this.
Improve student performance? No.
Or this
There
guy.
are numerous theories as to why
Yeah,
Common
AJ.
Core has
Alex
failed
Jones,
to
yeah.
improve student performance. But the most popular theory is that the standards took away the control from teachers who always have a better understanding of what their students need.
The idea that you could dictate curriculum to a teacher or dictate instruction to a teacher from kind of remote control from up above and say, well, here it is that you're going to teach, is simply unrealistic.
Kids are not cogs in a machine. So we say something is going to happen in third grade. But
They aren't,
realistically,
But they are.
But they are.
That's
Unfortunately.
exactly. She said it, not me, man. Like,
Yeah. They aren't,
oh,
but they are.
dude, that hurts, man. That's so fucked up.
Yeah, or
These
at
kids-
least she's saying that they're not, but the school system is making them that way.
and they don't even know it. See, and the thing is, too, what's a teacher? A teacher is someone that practices something their way. How are you a teacher if you're being forced to teach something a certain way? You're not a teacher then. You're just a fucking puppet.
Puppet. Front man.
Right? Like, it's your class, whatever. You teach it how you want to teach it. That's a teacher. Not these ain't teachers.
some kids it happened in second grade, and for some kids it's not going to happen till fifth grade. The Common Core made that really hard. It really drew a huge spotlight that all kids aren't going to learn things in the same path, and really started to mark that as success versus failure.
Another theory is that those who wrote the standards didn't take into account the financial difficulties of students across America. Studies have shown time after time that children who grow up poor are more likely to have poor academic achievement and drop out of high school. Roughly 10.5 million children lived in poverty in the U.S.
A lot of children's needs are not being met within the four walls of their school building. And I think that we see that deficit is even larger for students from low-income families, or we have students of color.
As a country, we just have not committed to the underlying problem of student performance, and that is poverty.
No.
All right.
No.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Good thing an ad came in because I wanted to talk about that as well.
Oh, dude, that has nothing to do with the fucking school. Well, it doesn't. Right? A kid's living scenario has nothing to do with their ability to learn. They're still a human. Are you saying that just because they're poor, they're not a human being? Go ahead and say what you're going to say. Because, like, oh, man. I was trying not to say.
They were talking about poverty and, and such. And, I just wanted to go back to what we said last 2 episodes about no good role models. It's like, you can take me for example. I came from a single mother household that, I'll fucking say it, lives pretty frugally, slightly above poverty line, maybe at poverty line. I don't let that fucking affect me. And, how I did in school.
It shouldn't.
And, fuck, you can say I'm a fucking college dropout. Whatever.
Cool, I same here, man. I wore that with pride.
Yeah.
Fuck college. I wore that shit with pride.
Compared me to my classmates who did graduate, like, where are we at?
Yeah.
Where compare us to? Compare us.
You can't, because I wouldn't even I don't even want to have a conversation with the average person because they can't comprehend. Like, I can't even have a conversation on the same level as them. I can't, because what they're interested in, what I'm interested in, are completely two completely different realities. I'm focused on learning about truth. They're focused about the Matrix. That's it. This all comes back to the Matrix. I'm just kidding. But, yeah.
Yeah, man, it's just like, they blame the household. I mean,
it's fucked up.
I mean, the household is the parenting.
Yeah.
I mean, we go back to parenting. It's just people don't want to take responsibility.
But you're out here fucking promoting single mothers. What the fuck? When you really, oh my God, this just dawned on me how deep this fucking rabbit hole goes, man. I mean, we know, at least we think we know, the whole grand scheme, right? But the more and more you start talking about things, it's like you continue to peel layers of that onion, and this onion is deep. Like, we've never really gotten to the education system before. But damn. I mean, this is fucked. This shit is fucked.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to say to that. It's just, this is fucked.
I think that's all you really got to say. We'll just continue. This
is something else, man.
All right. But they blame poverty, but I mean, poverty, all right. No one cares if you're born broke, but if you die broke, that's your fucking fault. Okay?
Everyone has a life.
And, I mean, it's just, I'm not married. I'm not at the point in my life where I feel comfortable being married.
Yeah, no,
because a big part of it is financials.
The financial implications of the inverse in reality.
But we'll just leave it at that.
One last thing is they say the discrepancy between poverty-driven students and higher income students is getting wider and wider. Why do you think that is? It's because of the influence those kids who come from the wealthier families have. You take someone who is the son of a $1 million business owner. Fuck yeah, he's going to do a lot better because his dad is an actual respectable person. Where I'm going with this is they're not addressing the issue of why these lower income students continue to suck ass. It's because of the culture and the society that they're embedded in. Like, you look at the kids, no offense to any of the natives that might listen to this, but the reservation right here, they're a bunch of fucking losers. But they're still human beings. And that place gets all the fucking funding in the world.
Yeah.
They're just bums.
There's two. It was a great analogy. I don't know who created it. But, okay, there was a father who had 2 sons. The father was an alcoholic. One son became an alcoholic, and the other one did not become an alcoholic and became super successful. When asked why they went down the path they did, they said their father. You get to choose.
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Yep. You get to either choose, all right, I'm going to be like my dad, or two, be like,
yeah. That was.
I'm going to go that way.
That was the one. Yeah, the one who became the alcoholic, like his father, was like, I became an alcoholic because of my father. And the other one was like, I did not become alcoholic because of my father. It's your choice. Like, you can't be, picking at straws.
When you think about it more and more, what makes the cog of society turn is the household. If you can destroy the household, you can tamper with it, you control it. Let's resume.
Oh, shit. We'll just go a little bit back. Oh, man. Oh, I muted it. Okay, we'll slowly turn this back up. Come on. Right here. Come on.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Your phone's got it fucked up.
More than 20 of the initial 45 states have either repealed, revised, or edited the standards. 4 states, including Arizona, Oklahoma, Indiana, and South Carolina, have entirely withdrawn from the initiative.
Hey, red states.
Good for them.
Former Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos went as far
Fucking dumb
as to call
bitch.
it a disaster, concluding that the Common Core is dead at the federal level.
I think you are seeing today what kids experience in curriculum kind of is a little bit more blended. It's not the holistic approach that maybe Common Core introduced when we kind of swung completely to that continuum, and parents would look at their children's 3rd grade homework and go, I don't get it.
I don't think Common Core as such has
This guy's got
honestly now. It was a movement at a particular time. It reached its heyday when we had widespread adoption, and as I said, then there was a retreat from that adoption. Many of the states have held on substantively to elements of that Common Core, but we've moved on.
A few states have also developed a new educational standard as a replacement. On February 12, 2020, Florida officially adopted the Benchmarks for Excellent Student Thinking, or the BEST standards, as a replacement
It's
for
always
the
got some
Common Core.
nice-ass
While
name
New
for these
York has
fucking
developed
bills,
its own,
man.
the Next Generation Learning Standards that are expected to be
so good.
implemented by September
So good.
2022. Some, however, argue that none of the newer standards would have been possible without the work of Common Core.
The standards that the states have come up
Oh,
with,
wait, I didn't even see his name.
where
Oof.
they claimed they were different from Common Core, they're really not that much different. In
Oof,
fact,
Tom.
some states just basically took the Common Core label off and then slapped the new label on the package.
So the Common Core is not going to go anywhere. I feel confident in saying that. What I think is probably going to happen is the continued evolution of the implementation of the Common Core. So the standards themselves will probably continue to exist and be anchors for our practice.
What both supporters and the opponents of the original standard do agree on is that Common Core was an initiative doomed to fail from the start, mainly due to its politicalization.
There were people who opposed
It
standardized
didn't fail.
testing. They
It
tend
did
to
its
be on
job.
the political left. They didn't like the Common Core test. It was this left-right coalition.
Just gonna say something. You can continue. If it didn't do its job, they wouldn't have allowed it to be killed.
Doomed Common Core. Politically, it wasn't necessarily evidence coming out that Common Core was effective or not effective.
Once it became politicized, then all bets were off. States that had adopted it began to retreat. People began to relabel their standards, even if they were essentially the same standards. They didn't want the label Common Core because that had become politicized and identified with a political party or a political leader, and the thing began to fall apart.
While the Biden administration has not yet explicitly commented on the matter, experts believe that the federal government will continue to not involve themselves in the future of educational standards.
I don't think you're going to see the Biden administration enthusiastically embrace Common Core.
But experts assure that education in the United States will continue to improve as long as there are those who believe in the importance of education.
The future of education is extraordinary, and it's extraordinarily important because what we need to recognize is that education is the asset our community is built upon. It's the thing that we invest in to ensure community growth.
It matters whether they learn it or they don't, and if they're not learning it, as an individual student or as a subgroup of students, then we have an obligation as the adults in America to do what we can to bring them up to the standard, because the standard is ultimately what they need to survive and thrive in this economy, which is ultimately what we as a society and as a nation need if we're going to survive and thrive.
This guy wants you to be another brick in the wall.
Dude, oh my god.
This guy made it sound so good.
Are you fucking
to be a brick in the wall?
Are you fucking kidding me though?
Oh shit.
This is the stuff that you need to survive. No, man. None of this shit fucking matters. Like I said, you should be teaching Anthony Papiano show, George Gammon show, fucking talking about Frank Herbert, talk about Alex Jones. That's information. Or fucking Elliot Holmes. Those are teachers. Not these clowns, man. Oh, dude, it hurts.
And the way this guy put it is like, as what everyone else has put it through our lives. Either you go to college after high school, or you be a bum.
No, don't go to college and be a bum. Be an outcast of society. Why? Because it's better. Unless you really like being a sheep. It's like what Elliot Holmes was saying. Everyone's going towards ABC. Stop where... Say, I'm getting up right now. Say you're walking towards ABC. You see everyone going this way. If you find yourself doing this, stop for a second. Stop following that crowd. Just stand there. Turn around. And look at XYZ. And if no one's going there, go that way. Why? Never follow the masses. Never. Never do it. Save yourself. That's it. That was a good video on telling me how fucking fucked our kids are.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. It's sad.
Yeah.
It is sad.
It's evil. This is evil. I mean, you're doing this sort of shit to children that can barely, they don't even know how to piss. But you're shoving just all of this sadism down their fucking throats, man. And that's why more than ever, you need good teachers. You need strong figures. Now that I see shit like that, I just want to try and help some kids, man. That's not that I'm like the most acclaimed person to fucking do it, but yeah. That's it. I mean, that hurts, man. It's fucked up. And I'm not reviewing I'm not calling the contents that they said good. It's the content they didn't say that is making me hurt. Because everything that was said in that video was basically just propaganda. It's the underlying things that you look at that are just like, this is fucked up. Like, we're trying to make our kids smart. No, you're not. Once again, if Common Core didn't do its job, then you wouldn't see whatever it was, 25 states and the 4 ones that completely got rid of it. They wouldn't be allowed to do that. But it did its job to a fucking T. And that is just continuing to condition kids on how to be fucking slaves. And the kids have no choice. They have to sit there and take it. And it's like, even as a parent, you don't have a choice. You literally don't have a choice on what you can teach your kid. Because, when your kid's born, you get the birth certificate and all that shit, and it's a transaction that's done. So they know you have a kid. And if that kid isn't signed up for fucking school, whatever it is, they'll be like, why isn't your kid signed up for school?
Yeah, it's like truancy, and then I think you have like child protective services coming in, such and so forth.
It's like, I'm trying to save my kid by not sending him to fucking prison, be a slave.
Yeah, one thing I was thinking was like, I think during the lockdowns was, yeah, it'd be nice to like homeschool, say our kids, if we had our kids, but even then, you are told what you're supposed to teach your kid. You really can't even teach them.
It's honestly the move. I have a kid off the grid, never report
it. Nice. Yeah.
Have that birth in the fucking bathtub, man. Save the kid.
That kid is not my son.
Ooh, R.I.P. Man, fuck that guy too. Whatever his name was, that killed Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Piece of shit.
Conrad Murray killed the mic like Conrad Murray.
Not like James Conrad though. Ooh.
Beast. Damn, we're already past an hour.
250.
Could save our disc golf time, disc golf talk. Because I guess we already had a little bit in the beginning.
What else you got?
110. Fuck it. We'll just get done with everything. So I want to talk about James Bond movies because we're watching No Time to Die in IMAX this Saturday.
You know what I saw? Is that this was the first one that was actually filmed with IMAX
Filmed
cameras.
in IMAX. I mean, that was one thing I was... Because, little off topic, you guys don't know about this, but in my morning today, I was watching a video that was talking about Interstellar and Christopher Nolan and the background behind him making that film. So he actually got fucking scientists to help him, like, actually use real science to talk about, the time manipulation, all the other shit, black holes and stuff. And, yes, it shows some behind the, oh, shit. Yellen defends IRS rule requiring banks to report all transactions over.
Do you think this bitch cares about you? Look at her eyes, man. She looks like she's possessed.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But anyhow, Christopher Nolan, scientists.
I mean, it's just about the IMAX, but it was showing some behind the scenes stuff about that movie and how that was filmed in IMAX, and then it talked about Interstellar. Got me thinking about a bunch of other movies that were filmed with IMAX cameras. If you have the opportunity to watch an IMAX, you gotta watch an IMAX to get that full experience. little weird tangent.
Dude, what the fuck is this?
Alright. Bill Gates said healthcare and vaccines could reduce unsustainable population growth in a 2010 TED Talk.
You know what that's basically saying? We can't control the population, but you know what can help? Vaccines. Why? So you can continue to fucking kill people. That's what this is saying. But they're saying fact checkers say. In the form of, like, this is a good thing. That's what I gather from this. But this is...
Billionaire philanthropist has spoken about the benefits of slowing the rate of population growth. But he is not advocating killing people.
That is killing people! What the fuck?
Oh
my...
Interesting.
I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna let you do your thing. Sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, yeah. No Time to Die in IMAX. It being filmed in IMAX. Christopher Nolan. Well, different director, but with Interstellar. That was a weird tangent. If it's filmed, if they're using IMAX cameras to film it, go watch it, get that full experience.
Yeah.
James Bond just finished Spectre. There was a reference in there from 1984 by George Orwell. Basically, for that, it was just mass surveillance. And then the one thing I want to talk about with the education thing, and we'll even talk about mass surveillance, is people are so willing to give up personal freedoms for a sense of security. But you must ask yourself, do you really feel safe? And a good example with this would be if, say cops. So you're driving down a road, you didn't see a cop until last second, and now they pull out and they're behind you. You're a little scared, Versus, say some crime has been committed, and then the cops show up. You feel safe.
Yeah.
And, it gets me thinking of the question is, why would you defund the police if they make you feel safe when you deem it so? It's the same thing as, giving up personal freedoms for a sense of security. So we'll say, in the sense of mass surveillance. All right, mass surveillance. They can see everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel safe?
Was that a question, like, for me, or just...
I would say it's just a rhetorical question. I would not fucking feel safe.
No.
I'm being watched every second.
I mean, they're listening. This conversation is recorded. Obviously, we're recording it, but back...
And it's the same example for that cop. In the first situation, it's just like, all right, you are driving on a road. You didn't see the cop till the last second. They pull out and pull up right behind you. And, people would be like, oh, well, if you're not breaking any laws, you should be fine. Fuck, they're still behind me. shit, one little thing. Like, I'm paranoid. Something's going to happen.
It's not even that matters. It's the fact of how you feel inside. Don't tell me your heart rate didn't change slightly. But that it shouldn't matter, because they're there to protect and serve, not make you feel like you have a fucking panic attack. And when cops show up to take over the scene, it's not because I actually feel safe because cops are there. It's because, oh, cool, this situation's not in my hands anymore. You go deal with it. I don't want to be around this shit. You have to remember, people, there's good cops and bad cops. I've had my fair share of... I never really had a bad cop, to be honest. Those motherfuckers legally can kill you. With repercussions, sure. But there's nothing stopping them. If they suspect you did something bad, they can just fucking shoot you. But what are you supposed to do? I mean, I guess just die in your shield, right?
Yeah.
Cops are, I like them and I hate them. No, I'd much rather just retain my personal defense and personal freedom.
Yeah, like, I don't need to give my sense of security up to somebody else. Like, let me just retain it for myself.
Mm-hmm. People don't understand what they're fucking doing. They don't understand what the fuck they're doing. You're literally double whamming yourself. By defunding the police, which you're really not defunding the police, you're empowering the government to have control over whatever they want by taking out that middleman, that is the police force. And then you're also giving up any sort of rights you have, one, if you're an endorser of rescinding the Second Amendment. You're just double whamming yourself and just giving more power to the government. Look at Australia. They got rid of their guns a while back. Imagine if they had fucking guns right now. And maybe you listeners don't even know about this because it's not being put anywhere. But Australia is a fucking war zone right now. And criminals always get guns. It's just a matter of time before that place literally becomes a fucking bloodbath. Yeah. And that's going to be something.
Another thing we say is, like, I think what was it? UK, they got rid of their guns. Stabbing crime rates are through the fucking roof.
I've seen so many videos where people are just sitting there and someone just gets fucking stabbed.
And it's just like, all right, take your guns away. Any, criminals are still going to do what they want to do.
You're not even taking... You're taking the guns away from the, we'll say, good people, and you're just giving it to only bad people. Criminals are criminals. They break the fucking law for a living. You think that matters to them? No, that's what they do. You're just giving them, oh, now they can't, oh, shit, only I can have fucking guns? Let's go. Like, that's how they feel.
Yeah, and I don't know how people who don't want the, like, who are trying to take away the Second Amendment, it's just like, if you can't have yours, then the criminals can't have it either. But you take it from me, they're still gonna fucking get it. It don't matter. It doesn't matter.
You can't help these people, I swear to God. I mean, it's that simple, though. It's that simple. Here's mine. But he's not giving up his. Why? Because he's a fucking criminal. How can he give up his gun?
Yeah, or it's just like,
he breaks the law for
it's like, all right, you have a law-abiding citizen, or a good guy, and you have a bad guy. Sure, they both give up their guns. The bad guy, he now has 2 guns. Because he's going to get both of them. To make sure the good guy does not have one.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I'll give mine, the bad guy. I'll give mine up, but I'll get it back in a week. You can just have it for a couple of days. I'll get it back, and I'll get 2. Mine and this other guy's in return. But that's too much of a complex. See, fucking Common Core couldn't solve that shit. That's math right there, folks. But Common Core, you don't understand that.
Yeah. And then I guess we can just wrap up where we started. With some good old disc golf.
Yeah, man.
Good old disc golf. Man, it is on my mind all the time.
I know, man. I was thinking
it's like, fuck, if I didn't have fucking work today, I'd be throwing. It's a nice fucking day.
Actually, I think it's going to rain tomorrow.
Damn, it's supposed to rain maybe.
I was going to say, shit, just go tomorrow morning,
This is
man.
40%. This is 40%. We might have some rain, but...
What about tomorrow morning? Yeah?
Fuck it, I'll go.
You want to go?
I'll go throw.
Yeah, let's fucking go throw.
We'll just recap. So, we had last Saturday, sorry about the late upload for the fight picks. I was at a disc golf duos tournament with our good pal Jake the Giant. Bogeys and brews. So first round, we ended up +2 over par. Round 2, we ended up +1. We eventually ended up tied 17th at +3. The tournament was held at a golf course, so it was really open and hilly, perfect for power drives and just getting your max distance, or like throwing your max distance and some. It was great. Both of us, we came in clutch when needed. Great drives, wicked putts to save par or bogey. And at least this was my first official tournament. I get to see all the people that came to compete and play. There was the amateur pool and the pro pool. I really couldn't tell who was in what. But, I mean, shit, man. Old and young, all creeds and colors, all coming together. Just throw some plastic. Have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's wrong with that?
No.
What's there not to love with that?
It just seems super pure to me, man. Just disc golf. Just everyone there is like the same.
Yeah, it's like everyone they want to see. They want to see crazy putts, crazy drives. They want to see everyone do good.
Yeah.
It's like when we ended the first round, there was I think there was 2 teams in the amateur pool that was neg 6. We're like, holy shit! Like, damn, that's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, good for them.
Just on Amazon, we gotta get one of these at the crib, or just
A basket.
Yeah.
Man, at the tournament, I entered a raffle to try to get one. I didn't win, but I was so sick. But hell yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm looking to get a basket just so I can practice just putts or whatever.
Especially if all 3 of us are on board, then we could just pull it. Just everyone contribute to it. Boom, easy.
And I guess that was for last Saturday. But then we go over to you. You just recently buying your first starter sets and your bag. I gifted Revan essentially the same starter sets. And I mean, what is it? You've only been.
I've been had for a fucking week.
Yeah, you've only been disc golfing for what? I think a total of a handful of days.
Less than 10 rounds I've played. Less than 10 rounds.
Less than 10 rounds, probably a handful of days. Maybe 2 handfuls of days.
So I went. The first time I went, that was a long time ago. And it's less than 10, I know that. And like I said, I've only had my set for less than a week. Got my bag yesterday. I got 2 new discs yesterday. And it's like...
And you threw those 2 discs yesterday. We played 2 rounds yesterday.
That wasn't even nothing.
Yeah,
I could go again.
That was nothing.
That was nothing. And it's like... I feel like, with the lack of experience I have, I'm doing quite well. Like I was telling you, like I'm super hard on myself. I guess that's just how I am.
Oh,
like,
dude, everyone's hard on themselves. Like,
yeah,
I was hard on myself.
I was like, dude, you fucking dumbass. You could do better than this shit. But it's like, no, I can't. Like I think I'm an average golfer. And like I said, I've been playing for 6 years. Regular golf is significantly harder. There's no denying that. But at the rate that, like, my interest levels of disc golf, man, I'll be pretty fucking good in no time. Like, I'm actually hoping to be solid by the time we fucking leave. And go out there and just rip.
I can see it happen, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
3 weeks?
For me, it's been, 2 months? And I've significantly...
Dude, you're
improved.
You're fucking solid.
Significantly improved. And it's only it was once a week.
Yeah.
It was every Tuesday, 1 round.
Yeah. And now that I think about it, it's like the issues I have, the biggest one is just throwing nose up. That's easy to correct. That just comes with fucking throwing the shit.
Nose angle, that's basically the hard. That was my hardest thing, just nose angle. And even then I still have a hard time.
Yeah. That and then footwork, which I'll get there. I mean, like you and I do martial arts, and the same principle can be. Like, one of the things I was listening to was from someone, stay bouncy. I mean, like, when you spar against me, like, I'm always bouncy on my feet. I just have to bring that over to my footwork in disc golf. Stay on your toes, like, attack the shot. Which you've heard me say time and time again, sometimes I feel like I definitely don't attack the shot. Like, whether it's, putt through, not two. But, like, even if it's a step in shot or just standing, just attack that shot.
Rip it.
Yeah, rip it.
Like, yeah, I would say for me, for some of my throws, and when I cook it, I'm like, all right, well, at least we cooked it, we're running.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yeah, and I think that some of it sometimes is just, like, my golf mind bringing over, because, like, I play golf super tactically. But it's the wrong way to approach disc golf right now for me, because I'm just learning. I can't play it as tactically as I would a golf round. It's just different. It's different.
Have fun with just toss that fucking disc.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm used to golf, like when I asked you yesterday, I was like, do you have, like, stock yardages? Because, once again, you have your pitching wedges, like a 120, or depending on how hard and how well you can hit. 9-iron, 130, 140, the list goes on and on. So it's like, I know what to hit. But it's like in disc golf that doesn't really exist. You just have to go fucking throw them. Yeah, you have the numbers on it.
It's the thrower. It's the thrower, not the disc.
Yeah, exactly. Which similarly in golf it is, right? Some people can hit harder, but still, it's the club that does the work.
Yeah, because I mean, I would say the same thing. Yeah, like with the golf, it's like it's kind of the same ordeal, but we'll say use a putter to tee off at regular golf.
Ain't gonna work.
Compared to using a putter in disc golf, completely different drives. Completely different drives.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how it is. Like, whatever you feel comfortable throwing, and then you throw it, and you pick your lie. Anything can happen.
It's funny.
That's the beauty of it.
It's funny now I think about this. Like, when I play golf, like, I know, obviously I walk up there, I know exactly what to hit. A lot of times I don't hit my biggest club. But in disc golf, I just want to grab the driver and rip it because it says driver. But I know, like, when I play golf, hitting an iron is actually the best play a lot of times. Hit a 6-iron in the fairway. Don't try and rip a driver. But I guess it's... When you're referring to, like, a golf driver and an iron, the iron is so much easier to control than the driver, so that's kind of why. I mean, you're still... Like, sure, in disc golf they have different speeds, but...
No, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah, you have more speed, less control, and then you have the slower ones, you have more control, but less speed.
Yeah, so it's like my own mind is like battling itself when I know the answers to the thing, but it's like, since I'm still learning, I'm still ignorant to everything. It's funny. And the more and more I think about it, it's like, wait a minute, I know how to do this, but I'm just fighting with myself on how to properly do it. I don't know, it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would say at least for disc golf, just don't second guess yourself. Like, if you walk up to your lie and you're like, I'm gonna throw this one, just go for it. Just go for it.
Oh no, is it still going? Oh no, I think they end it. No, we're still going.
Oh hell yeah, damn! I
I just got a phone call.
Got a little phone call.
I'm pretty sure it was our UFC guy.
Swag.
I don't know what he wants, but sorry, buddy, can't talk right now.
Swag. Yeah, we got that UFC plug. We're gonna be up some events. You gonna see it.
Just like you're about to see some disc golf content.
Fuck yeah, you will.
I think it's actually a move.
Fuck yeah, you will. I was already planning on doing it.
I think it's
because I know Jake's planning on doing it. He wants to go big. I'm like, keep filming it. That's why I was like, yo, I'm gonna film these Bushnell hole breakdowns just so we can get that sponsorship
from Bushnell.
Because at least we'll be able to, tap in and dive into the disc golf community.
Shout out Trash Panda Golf, disc golf. But I think I was watching one of his videos earlier, and he was talking about like trying to throw some far number. And he was like, "Of course, I'll be using a Bushnell for that."
Hell yeah! Hell yeah, man. That Bushnell rangefinders.
Yeah, rangefinders are nice as fuck. Like I said, when I played golf in high school, like I had one, and those things are game changing. You can know exactly what club to hit, but it's actually good not having one because then you just kind of get an eye for it.
Yeah, you're just like, all right, or you view the what the information says about the certain hole.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, all right, 400 feet. All right, I got to use this disc.
Yeah, exactly. You just kind of use things for points of reference.
All right. Yeah. From the guy, from my plug.
Yeah, it was for that 13th event. Tickets are going to be in the third row. Oh my god! Look at these fucking things, man.
This is Rodriguez, or this was
Max.
Max.
Yeah.
Max Yair.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh, that's full. That's full VIP experience.
That's all they're doing though. They don't have
full VIP experience. 2,500.
Fuck, man.
Let us know in the comments if we should take it or not.
We probably have like an hour to decide, so it's probably a no.
Probably big no anyway. Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm already saying no.
Well, shit. At least he let me know. That's cool.
Divide that by 10, and we might have a deal. 250. Just for a regular ticket. Yeah.
Text him back like, man, why can't you have the ones that you did for the Darren fight? That 200 sounds real nice. 200 ticket. That sounds nice. I'd do that.
Nice. That was nice.
All right, man. You got anything else to add?
I guess that's the episode.
Yeah, I don't really have much to recap because we pretty much just talked about the same 3 things, I guess. And that was disc golf, the education system, and I guess Spectre. Not that much though, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a
cool. Be sure to like, dislike, comment your thoughts, good or bad, share and subscribe. Also ring the bell so whenever we upload a new episode, you'll get a notification to stay up to date with the info we put out. Follow the podcast on Twitter at Unlocking Success. Oh, also on Instagram. Follow me everywhere at Rich Homie Vang. Follow Eric on Instagram at Eric_Eclipse. On Twitter at I am the Eclipse. And that's the show. Hopefully you enjoyed it and are one step closer to unlocking your definition of success. We love you. Appreciate all the support, good and bad. Keep striving. Take care. And we'll see you this Saturday for UFC Vegas 39. Dern versus Rodriguez. And Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. It is going down. And we'll have those picks coming up for you.
bye.